Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem El Shai Bashem Rakakwadash. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. Yeah, I just did a video. It was about 55 minutes, 50 minutes and some change long. And I went to check, put it up, and there was no sound. And I'm pissed off. I went into a lot of things. I was dealing with what did I call it? Some to the effect of flame and fire or Sodom, and I equated it to Sodom and Gomorrah in Genesis, in the book of Genesis 19, to Babylon the Great. Spirit was there with me, so I go to put it up, and there's no sound, so I'm pissed off, and I wasted almost an hour. It's not going to come up. You're not going to be able to see it, but it happened. So hoping the Spirit hits me again. But meanwhile, I'm here on well, this is Anton Daniels, which he has a show called the morning. Well, this is a segment from the show. He chops the shows up, but it's called the Millionaire Morning Show. So I listen to him, subscribe to him. So it says here, as you can see, man rejects black woman. You're a liability, don't know anything, immediately triggered, gets angry. And this is the sister right here, and she's all into him. And he said, you're a very beautiful woman, but I will never get with you because you don't add nothing. You intellectually, you don't add nothing. You're a liability. But I'll say this, and a woman is supposed to only add to the household. She doesn't have to be intellectual, give you ideas. She's like I said yesterday. I said in the live that we did, I said a woman is pretty much like when you're a boy, you like little toys, Tonka toys and GI Joes and all that. When I was a kid, little games. But then when you grow up, you want to still play games. You want to have toys, and that's what a woman is. A woman is an incubator, a nurturer of your offspring, and a toy, a play toy. That's what they're supposed to be. That's why when you go into the Old Testament, you can have many women. So you have many toys. Jake, when they become NBA, they get the big $100 million. Their first contract, they drafted round one first pick draft. You get $100 million, $20 million deal with the NBA. Then they get a $80 million, $150 million deal with some sports brand. And then the first thing that they do, they buy my house. They get a bunch of cars. You don't just get one car. You get a bunch of cars, man. So same mentality goes with a woman. You don't have one woman. You get a bunch of women. Them Arabs over there in Africa and the Mideast, them people, them tribes got many wives. That's a norm. It ain't a norm over here. You a multi-millionaire and you only got one goddamn woman. In the kingdom, we're going to have many women. Many women. So we don't need them to be an intellectual, to be a asset. The only thing, an asset. This is what they are. They're your sex toys. They're walking incubators. They're for your pleasure and to produce your offspring, as I've said. So he's an idiot, and he got a vibe of a Nigerian. I could be wrong, but he could be out of England. And she's all into him, and he's like, nah. And he's just blunt, straightforward. First of all, you don't bring nothing to the table. You're a liability. You're not intellectually. You can't help me. You can't. But it's not. You don't get a woman for all those things, man. You get a woman as an ultimate toy and a producer to produce, your offspring. And a nurturer and a guider of the house, like the scripture says. Matter of fact, let me go to it. So he doesn't know what's going on. He's lost, and he's a doctor. So he probably making, well, he's making good money. Let's say it this way. Let me see. Where is that? Is it First Timothy 5? It's either First Timothy 5 or Second Timothy 5. Let's see. Okay, it's First Timothy 5. Do it this way. I don't need this. I'll start at the 13th verse. And with all, oh, let me start at the 11th verse. Really need to read the whole chapter. But the younger, give me a second. If she have diligently followed every good work. You can read the whole chapter. But the younger or the younger widows, women, refuse, for when they have begun to wax wanton, undisciplined against the Messiah, they will marry, having dominion, because they have cast off their first faith. And now we were listening to Bishop Nathaniel last week, and he was going into a couple of examples of women and men in the school that you got certain men in the IUIC. I'm not putting words in his mouth. I'm saying what he said, what they said. Him and Malachi. He said, "There's one brother." This is Malachi. "There's one brother. He was dealing with the sister, and he got her pregnant, and he started beating the woman. Then he got with another sister." Well, wait a minute. I thought you guys was in order. Then Bishop Nathaniel, he was talking about one sister. He said there's one sister that came to I don't know if she's still in it or they kicked her out or whatever. She was a sister that came in as a single sister. You know what 1 Corinthians chapter 7 says about a woman, rather that a woman don't have no man and a man have not no woman, but give yourself totally to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So you had sisters in there that are just single, right? And then you have brothers in there that are just single. So come to find out, this sister single, this brother that was single, they were sitting on either side of the room because they separate them, the men from the women. So they would go, they wouldn't talk to each other, nothing like that. And then after the class, they would go drive somewhere, and then they would get together, and they were getting it in. So he found out after the fact, which was completely out of order. And then this dude got tired of the sister, and he started dealing with a newer sister, and she got mad and went to the council and said, "This brother is dealing with this woman when he's supposed to be dealing with me." So they're saying, "Well, wait a minute, I thought you were single. You said you were single." Well, what's the proof on that? Then she had pictures of him and her or whatever. So these people coming to school like they two single people. They're looking for a woman. They're not a man or a woman, but they were actually, and guarantee that happens. In my opinion, it happens quite a bit in that school because it happened back in One West. One West became a big whore house. It became a big whore house, and I mainly blame King Marshall because the woman. What about the sisters? The hell with the sisters, man. All them sisters that was back there at One West, they all back in the world. They're all Baptists again, or Roman Catholic. It says, and withal they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house, and not only idle, but tattlers, gossipers, also, and busybodies, speaking things which they ought not. They're in other sisters' affairs. They cause sisters to break up with brothers because they're talking to the sister. See that you don't need to be with that nigga. This is why we don't have no women in our thing. Do you mean we got women that watch our videos? I will therefore that the younger woman marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. Read that again. I will therefore that the younger woman marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speaking reproachfully. So this guy in this video, well, you're a liability. You don't bring nothing to the table, money-wise, intellectual-wise. But that's not what a woman's for. Where is this? Okay, I gotta find it again. I'm sorry. Where the hell is it? Okay, here it is right here. As you can see, man rejects black woman. You're a liability. Don't know anything. Immediately triggered. Gets angry. So you can watch it. You can watch it. Matter of fact, I'll do this. Anton Daniels. Man reject. You see, as you can see. So this guy, he's gonna, if he's in America, he gonna burn. He's an idiot. You know, he probably deals with Edomites. You know, and she's looking, and he's completely insulting her, and she's completely, you know, awestruck. She keeps trying to get on the inside and whatnot, and he keep pushing her off. You have nothing to bring to the table. Well, if this guy was an Israelite, and I dealt with women that, look, when I deal with women, they don't have to pay for. If we go out, I'm paying for shit. You know, if I'm getting it in with her, I'm paying. I'm paying for this. I'm paying for that. You know, if we go out or whatever. If we make an arrangement where we live together, that happened too. We try to go half and half. But I only did that a couple of times. You know, but I live by myself. I got my woman living someplace else. And that's it. And that's the best way to be. Because shit gets stale quick. So he's an idiot. He don't know. If he's in America, he's gonna eat a missile. He's gonna eat a warhead. Because he don't understand how to deal with a woman. They are nothing but when you go to the club. When I used to go to this one club, well, many clubs, but I used to go to this one club. I went to the club for one reason, to get a woman. Once I get a woman, I don't got to go to the club no more. I got you. What the hell? What the hell? I got to go to the club. Let's go back to the club. I did this one fine chick I got at a club, and I brought her back to the club one time to let niggas know that I got her. And then she figured, she said, you took me here to let niggas know that you got me, you mother effer. I said, yep, that's exactly what I did. And when shit went south, I go back to the same club and or another club and get another. That's why you go to the club. You go to the club not to find your intellectual equal. You go to the club to get it in, and then it could turn into something, because scripturally, if she's pleased to dwell with you, you can't put her out. You know? Because you're going to have women that are unbelievers. So, you know, if IUIC is teaching that if she's an unbeliever, if your wife is an unbeliever, you got to cut her off. You got to give her an ultimatum. You got to give her a 6-month window. That's nowhere in the scriptures, man. And you did that to quite a few times from what I hear. And you caused that woman to move on with her life with kids. You broke up a family, man. Haven't you read 1 Corinthians chapter 7? That's another thing y'all guys go off on. The brothers in New York, GMS New York, I don't know what their women look like. I don't want to know what their women look like. I don't know if they have women or not have women. I don't want to know if they have women or have not. That's on them. And if they commit adultery and I don't know nothing about it, the Most High know. Like, well, the Most High know. And then he get put to death. Then we find out, oh, well, he was committing adultery with this other dude, and the dude shot him, or whatever the case may be. Or we had this one brother. He did like a 25-year. He's out. We remember when his woman was messing around with this other dude, and he caught her messing around with this dude, and the dude tried to jump out the window, but he got off a couple of shots and crippled the dude, messed him up. And his nickname was Pistol. We used to call him Pistol Pete. Yeah, he watching the videos. Pistol Pete, we used to call him, because he was small in stature, like Kevin Hart, you know. So he used to have that. He was always carrying around a piece, and he lit this dude up. And then the demon bitch, the dude gets locked up. The other dude is in a fucking wheelchair. But he said, I like prison. I like going to prison. I've been in prison before. It's like a country club to him. He's institutionalized, but he's out. He's out. So come to find out, maybe 6 months later, a year later, the woman actually comes down to the camp on 30. This is up in Connecticut. The woman comes to the camp on 34th Street in the audience, and these brothers say, that's that bitch that, what's Pistol Pete's bitch. And she black woman, and I'm like, what the hell? But then she never came back. She came down one time. But that's what that's what happens, man. She's a cutie, definitely a cutie, but he's a simp. He's a simp, man. I guarantee you, he done dealt with Edomite women, and he dreams and fantasizes about Edomite women. He ultimately want to get with the Edomite woman. That's just my spiritual opinion. And these dudes got a Nigerian, West African vibe on them. We got brothers, Nigerians in the camp. Them brothers are cool as hell. But there's certain Nigerians that I ran into are fucking assholes, man. I encountered Nigerians, man. And I look at them, and in my mind, I said, that nigga must be a Nigerian. Not to knock you brothers from Cameroon, from Nigeria, from Ghana, that are in the truth. You brothers came in on a different boat. Anyway, with that, I'm so freaking pissed off about the video that the sound didn't come up, but I guess that's the spirit. And there was a lot of beautiful, and I'm going to see if I can go back to it. I'm going to see if I can kind of get the spirit to jump back on me to kind of do something similar of the video that I did that didn't come up. But that happens. That happens. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say Shalom. And Apostle Gabar, just go to Anton Daniels and subscribe to him. I get a lot of ideas from this individual right here. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say Shalom.